Welcome to the Texas Music Lifestyle Podcast. I'm Weldon Henson.
And I'm Eric Sims. Join us as we invite you into our world.
Texas and music has always been a great combination, and for us, it's a lifestyle. The Texas Music Lifestyle Podcast starts now. Here we are back in the studio /bar/shop for the Texas Music Lifestyle Podcast, of course.
Yep.
Man,
Another
crazy
day.
Weekend, dude. Crazy.
A good one?
Yeah, it was good, crazy.
Awesome.
Crazy's always good.
Crazy's
Well, maybe
always
not.
good. What? So, before we jump into that, what all we got going on today? This is a big day.
It's a little different setup here. I would say this is probably the most prepared we've ever been for a podcast.
Well, there's a lot of stuff near and dear to our heart.
That's right. It's things I really love.
Easier to prepare for.
In Texas and in the U.S., we found a way to exploit things, and one of them being Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
We love it.
Big
love
holiday here.
Big holiday here, and so we figured we would celebrate a little bit. We've got our chips and salsa and guac, and we've got margaritas. Cheers, Mr. Eric, to the Texas Music Lifestyle Podcast.
Cheers.
Yes.
Here we go. That's not
So they've been trying to go live for the past 20 minutes, but I've been sitting here eating chips and salsa and guacamole. But
still got some left.
yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
we got our new gear in.
Look at this, folks. For our listeners out there, you need to go watch this on YouTube because I've got a fancy new shirt from Rock and Roll Denim.
Rock and roll.
Dude, this thing makes me look young.
Yep.
Makes me look trim.
Yep.
I mean, it literally probably takes 15 years off me.
Probably. Yeah. That. I think you look smarter too.
Smarter too.
Yeah.
So yes.
I don't know that it does that for everybody, but I've heard 99.9%.
If you want to look smarter, trimmer, healthier, younger, you need a shirt from Rock and Roll Denim.
Yeah, it's proven to help people earn more money at work too.
I mean, I know it's going to happen today. I'm going to earn so much money today. It's unbelievable.
Well,
but I'm already
rock and
earning
roll.
money because I've got
We got
everything I love right here
everything
in
we
front of
need.
me. Chips, salsa, guac, and margaritas.
Marguerite. So before we dive in, I'm going to mention our sponsors real quick.
Yes,
So because
I think
we're going to
great.
get distracted.
I'm
promise
already
you.
distracted. I've been trying to go live forever.
We've got our sponsors, which we just mentioned, Rock and Roll Denim, who supplies us with
Yes.
good-looking outfits, and we want to thank them. Panhandle Slim. So the shirt I'm wearing, Panhandle Slim. That's right. Panhandle Slim shirt. Look at that.
I like the way the
It's a
colors.
stretch.
When your muscles get bigger,
When
it'll
my
stretch.
muscles get bigger, it'll stretch. I gotta put some more muscle on. But yeah, it's a stretch. Got the pearl snaps.
Do you always get your shirts so that you have room to grow those big muscles?
Well, I mean, I don't really order. I just order what size fits, and sometimes they have more room than others depending on the
And then
cut.
you're like, I gotta go.
Yeah,
hit the
and then
gym.
I'm like,
I'll
I gotta
now.
go. There's too much room here. This one's not too bad. I don't like it where it's like skin tight on my stuff because at my age, it's not something I want to do anymore. But this one's pretty comfy. Nice lightweight stretch. So we got those guys, Panhandle Slim, Rock and Roll Denim. We've got our creative studio, 271 Creative House, who
Doing a
not only
fabulous
produces
job.
this show for us, but
Yes.
helps sponsor us in a number of different
Absolutely.
ways. We've got Leading Edge Connections, who's been with us since the get-go,
Yes.
LEC. So, hey, thank you to all our sponsors out there. And if you want to sponsor our podcast or show, please feel free to reach out. We'd love to hear from you. And we're willing, for the most part, to pretty much whore ourselves out for anybody that wants to sponsor within reason.
Within reason.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But if you are a chip manufacturer or salsa or anything, we can.
HEB, El
We're
Pet's
looking.
Patio. There seemed to be some stuff here. Tequila. We've got the beer thing kind of covered with
Patron Silver.
Yeah, Patron. If any of the guys Patron want to sponsor, or just random bags of cash we accept as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So you can drop those off. So since it's Cinco, I would normally keep my Panhandle shirt on.
Standing up.
I'm gonna rip into.
getting scary.
No, I'm not. It's not getting scary. I've got my Super Amigo because I'm your Super Amigo.
Ooh, Super Amigo.
I'm getting my Super Amigo shirt
I like this.
for the rest of this.
It's a
So
party now.
yeah, now it's a party I can get down.
Man,
so
I didn't make enough margaritas
Super
for you.
Amigo. Well, I mean, mine don't have any alcohol in them.
Look at this bottle.
They've got. So we've got Ritual makes 0 proof alcohol, right? And so this is one of theirs. It's a tequila alternative, and it's I don't know what all it's made out of. It actually does. It tastes. When you first open it, your thought was it
Smells like a day old Miller Lite.
smells like day old Miller Lite, and so
It does.
but it tastes a lot better than that
Does
when you
it?
mix it with a drink like you're supposed to, because it's not. I don't think it's designed to be drinking straight.
No,
like
you're
a
not
liquor.
taking shots of that.
Yeah,
No.
it's more it's a mix, right? So you put it in with a good lime juice, and you put an orange in here. Man, you made this thing look real pretty for me.
Oh yeah, man.
Look at that.
Only the best. Only the best for you, bro.
Salt on the side.
Yeah, man. Get it.
Yep.
I mean,
actually it tastes. I mean, it kind of tastes like a margarita.
It kind of tastes like it should.
Yeah, I mean, it tastes.
I mean, there's no alcohol in it, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the calories with none of the fun.
If you're wondering, I did not make my margarita with that.
No, yours is legit good. So we got the Ritas coming. But anyway, Cinco de Mayo. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna eat while you're going.
Chips and salsa, and it was a busy weekend, man. I'm glad we made this work because you called me up this morning and you were like, "Man, are you gonna be able to go to the store?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't think so, man. I'm still in the bed."
No, you had a busier weekend.
Well, you guys had busy too. You guys traveled, but I was. I got in last night about midnight, 11 midnight, something like that. We went to the races all weekend.
Up in Fort Worth, right?
Yeah. So I had to play. I actually played the Spoke Friday night, which was packed.
I was gonna say, how was that? Because you normally don't play there Friday night.
Yeah, we about 2-3 times a year we'll play a Friday night, But so she'll give me a few, and it was slammed, man. I mean, it was packed. So obviously that makes me very happy, and it was a late one, obviously. And then I had to get up Saturday and do like a corporate private party, and it was early. I had to leave here at like 9:15, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh wow!
So
was it down in Austin?
No, it was in Spicewood.
Oh, Spicewood.
And
okay.
so I went and did that, and as soon as I got done with that, my wife met me like in Bee Cave somewhere and dropped off Brielle with me, and we straight to Fort Worth. So
yeah, I saw some of the pics.
We got there just in time to see the dirt race. So the Cabata High Limit Series was running on the dirt track there, and that was awesome. That was the first dirt track race that Brielle had been to.
Did you like it?
I think she might have liked it more than the NASCAR race because it was so quick. You get in there and you're only there for like 2.5 hours, right. And it's smaller and it's dirt racing, so there's a lot more action and stuff. And so she really enjoyed that. And then we went back to the hotel and then got up yesterday, went to the race and drove straight home.
Wow, that's busy. That's not a bad little drive. It's a couple hours.
About
how was traffic getting in there? Do they do a good job with it?
They do pretty good, but they've had.
I mean, it's a ton of people.
30 years to figure it out, thankfully. But there are some horror stories of trying to get in and out of there. But
yeah,
when I'm one of those guys, especially since I really couldn't drink because I had my daughter with me.
Yeah,
that was like I was like, all right, when the race is like 2 or 3 laps to go, we need to make sure we have our stuff packed on. Let's make sure we're out of our seats. Let's make sure we're watching from like right under the grandstand. Yeah. And as soon as they cross the finish line, we run. We just bolt out and we get in the truck. It's a half a mile walk from where we were to where we parked.
Yeah.
Got in, started the truck, drove in. There was cars already hauling ass. We just got in the middle and we got out of there, man.
That's good.
But if you wait like another 15, 20 minutes, you're stuck there for an hour.
I haven't been up there. We went the first couple years because I was still living in Fort Worth.
Oh, back in the 90s. Yeah, late 90s.
And it was, getting in and out was a nightmare. Mm-hmm. Because they were still new at it. On top of that, and I mean, so we went a couple times. Like my buddy's dad had he got a place on the infield, and so
nice.
He was one of those guys that like he built out a boat trailer.
Okay, for partying at the track.
Yeah, so they had the RV that was parked in one spot. The middle spot was covered. There's 3 spots, like where everybody could hang out. Mm-hmm. Then you had the third spot was this metal boat trailer. And what they had done was the bottom of it, they had converted part of it into a smoker and lounge part kind of thing. So they did all the cooking right there. And then they built a deck on top.
Nice.
So
you could watch
the race on top. What we didn't know, because none of us had been, was because we were close to a turn and we were on the fence, Coors, Hooters, and everybody came by and said, "Hey, if you'll hang our flag on your stuff, we'll bring you guys beer every day and wings every day as much as y'all want."
Holy moly!
So we, I remember we just drank till we fell asleep and then wake up and
eat hot wings and drink. This is like magic.
Oh yeah, it was like being a celebrity, And then everybody's got their golf carts and stuff in the middle down there. It's crazy. So I have really fond memories of that back then. But
it was
nuts. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, we were like 20.
Yeah, I mean, 20s, I don't think you want to eat hot wings and drink Miller Lite for 3 days straight now at our age. But
no,
I mean, I want to. Excuse me. Let me rephrase this. I want to. My body will not allow me to.
I'd probably be in the hospital at one round of that.
I've been wanting to do that infield camping thing, man. That's
It was neat. I mean, because a lot of people are there they get their days before.
they get there on Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, and then by the time you leave, it's like people become friends. You meet new people.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do it. I don't have that kind of time. I don't have a week off to just haul a camper up there and actually, it's hard to even get those spots in the infield. They're like people.
Well, I'm sure
they go every year,
yeah.
and they got the dibs on it. You know what I mean? But
they probably buy them multiple years at a time, or what do they do?
Maybe.
But that's cool. So it was a good time. Got some daughter time. I saw her. She was a big smile. You also did you hook up with one of the guys from Brazil that was in town?
So this is talk about freak incident.
Mm-hmm.
So Didier, the main guy, that has the Bastardos, which I got the hat on. Of course, I always wear his hats. That's why I have a new one, because he was bringing me some. So he flew in. He comes in like, he'll come up here twice a year. And this time he brought his wife and daughter, and they've got their own agenda. They're not really coming to see me this time. They do their thing. They travel around Texas.
Yeah, they're up in Fort Worth and stuff.
Yeah, but they were gonna come out Tuesday night to the Spoke and give me some new hats, because he says he sees me wear the same one all the time. But anyway, so I guess he got into well, first off, I'm walking. I never get up and eat breakfast at the hotel because I never get up in time. Yeah. But I had my daughter with me, and she loves hotel breakfasts because they get the waffles and the pancakes and all the stuff's out, even though it's all disgusting. But anyway, so about 8:15, my daughter wakes me up. She's like, "I've been up for 30 minutes. We need to go to breakfast." I'm like, "Oh, okay, gosh." About 8:30, we roll in. We're walking into the hotel lobby, and there's TDR and his wife and his daughter.
They were in the same hotel? Oh, that wasn't on purpose?
No.
Oh, that's a coincidence.
No. So I was like, "Dude, what are you doing?" He's like, "Man, we went to the race yesterday." He went to the Xfinity race, which I didn't go to. Because I guess when he was up here a couple months ago, he saw this NASCAR stuff, so he got intrigued. Mm-hmm. And they flew in Friday night to Fort Worth from Brazil, and he saw that the race was in town. But he's like, "Well, I don't want to pay the money for the Sunday race, but the Saturday race, it was, reasonable."
Yeah, it's a good race. It's still fun,
and it's really not packed, and it's actually good racing. Those Xfinity cars are excellent race cars. But so he went to that, and he's like, first NASCAR experience, and he's like, we were staying at this hotel because it was the only one that still had availability, which is the reason I was there, because it was the only one that had availability, because I bought my hotel 2 days before. So.
Yeah, I'll say you didn't even decide to go until the week up.
So once you figured all this out, it's not that crazy that I ran into him, but it still is.
Yeah, I mean, he's in from Brazil.
He didn't call me and say, "Yeah, we're going to the race. We're in Fort Worth," and we walk in the lobby, and I'm like, "This is my friend from Brazil." Yeah. So we had breakfast together, and we hung out for about 30 minutes, and then we had to go to the track for the Sunday race, and they were headed down towards here. They're in Austin today or something like that.
Oh, cool.
So anyway, small world, crazy.
Yeah.
Thing, but that was cool.
Yeah. That's a pretty neat coincidence.
We got to talk a little shop too, because I'm going down there, in about 6 weeks for the festival.
You and Jesse are just going too, right?
And I needed my new hat, so it all worked out.
Nice. Very good. That's a cool. I'm glad she had fun.
Weather cooperated.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we had some of the best weather this weekend.
It was not hot.
It
wasn't cold.
Unbelievable.
It was sunny, but I was in the shade, so it wasn't a big deal. Here comes some more chips and salsa right here.
There you go. Well, we were down in so we went down to film in Montgomery. At what is arguably the largest cowboy church in the state of Texas, and
I was following along on the
I'm like I
Instagram
had
stories.
Like we did a little research on them, and we knew what we were walking into, but it was a really cool weekend. So we went down Saturday because they put on throughout the month. They'll put on different. They have about 70 acres sitting right almost in downtown Montgomery.
So it's 70 acres.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you how big it was.
And then they, so they built on there, they built a really nice
arena.
Yeah.
Covered
arena. And they put on events almost every weekend. So this weekend was team calf roping. So they had all these guys in from all over the state. And these are not schmucks. Like, they're not guys that don't know what they're doing. These are all rodeo guys, because they pay in. There's a purse. Yeah. Like, they pay in, they win money, and so they had a good group of people. So we got down there and got a lot of awesome footage. Met some just salt of the earth, good people that are, they're cowboys and cowgirls. Yeah. Some of them, and they're they work with the church and their ministry. They leverage this rodeos and these other things to help people that find God and do some cool stuff. But just a cool property. They raise cattle on there, and they tip the tail. They use the cattle for the rodeo, and then at the end they butcher the cattle, and then they take that meat and provision that all over the state to homeless or needy.
Wow.
So it's like they're using what we do here in Texas to help people, which is really cool.
Yeah,
and like I said, Man, we had so much fun. There's such a sweet group of down there.
Well, it's a big way to fellowship too.
Yeah.
Everybody get together and just really,
Yeah.
the whole community.
Yeah. So it was a good time. We were down there Saturday and Sunday and came back and took a little nappy poo and smoked a cigar. And I was getting ready for today.
Do you know how hard it is right now for me to not just sit here and just
eat chips the whole time? I know. That's all I keep thinking about.
I'm trying to do a podcast. I'm like, oh,
we could do
a
good 20 minutes of just us crunching on chips.
Dude, I'm like a machine, man. Like we go to a Mexican restaurant.
Yep.
That has actually, if they'll give you the chips, and the salsas, and my wife is so embarrassed because I get in focus mode. Like I'm not looking at anything else. Almost to where like when I'm done eating, I look up and like everything is like hazy and foggy, and I'm full and I'm miserable, and I don't even want to eat the food that gives to me.
That's how I am too. I'll eat a whole basket or two of chips.
But it's like focused.
Yeah. I'll hoover that stuff up.
Dude, like no one like
this isn't bag guacamole right here.
And my daughter Brielle, she's kind of like me in a way, and she gets real defensive on the chips. There's like some downright battles
Lose
going
a finger
on.
Down there.
Dude, like there are some. It's a battlefield.
Yeah.
And I guess we could just ask for another basket of chips. But some of these new Mexican restaurants, they're stingy. They don't want you coming in there.
They're not real Mexican restaurants, then.
Yeah.
So I have my criteria. Being out of the state for a little bit, I had to teach my wife this. I said, if you walk in to a Mexican restaurant and they either tell you have a limit on chips or try to charge you from chips, walk the hell out.
It's not gonna be good
because it's not gonna be good. It's not.
I think the last time we went somewhere, it was unlimited, and I had both my daughters there and my wife, and it was my two girls started fighting over the chips, and of course I'm going into zero mode, especially once they brought me. I don't drink a lot of Mexican beer, but for some reason when I'm at the restaurant, I need like a Pacifico with a lime or a Dos Equis dressed.
Yep.
And it's like once that hits the table and I got the chips and salsa, it's a battle. I mean, I'm going after it. My Brielle's getting angry, and then just because we're going after the chips, Brady wants to get into it. And I think it was very embarrassing actually last time we all went out. It was like the two girls got in a real fight, and I was getting irritated over chips.
Yeah.
So anyway,
the
struggle is real.
Like there's a scarcity of
issue.
I remember that though. When I was growing up too, my brother and I used to fight over like the chips. Everybody's trying to grab the last one.
It's a real thing. I'm not trying to make light of it.
Another basket out as soon as we're done.
It's serious business.
The only thing they got to time right. This might lead into old man bitching later on. So I'm not.
I got plenty of that.
Well, we could just do an old man bitching right now. I guess.
I think we can bring in old man.
I'm gonna tie an old man bitching in.
Always.
Ready? I hate it when they're not quick with the chips and they don't time the chips right, and you order queso and they bring the queso right when you're running out of chips, and then they're not bringing it back out. So then your queso is sitting there getting cold, and you're counting the seconds torturously waiting on these chips to show up so that you can eat the queso that's sitting in front of you.
I mean, I feel like we should write a playbook or rules and regulations for like Mexican restaurant, like waiter and waitress etiquette.
Yeah, the chip book. It could be like a couple of chapters.
Well, just like
an ebook. You could do an ebook.
It's an ebook.
Another ebook.
If you're going to be part of the staff, host staff, wait staff at a Mexican restaurant, first off, you got to have good food and all that. Can't be charging me for chips. You got to keep an eye on things, man. Like the chips got to come out with the queso. The chips never need to run out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
They need to ask you.
And you need to have proper placement of where you put the chip baskets if it's a big table.
I like it when they bring the little salsa. Like, remember the old days they used to bring the salsa out of the thing and you'd pour each one into the, like they always did. Everybody had their own salsa.
Yep.
You always had an abundant supply of salsa. They'd bring multiple things of chips out. And they used to, this is another bitch, everywhere used to give you free corn tortillas if you wanted them to go with it with butter. Remember, you could get butter and corn tortillas along with it.
That no more.
No, everybody's cut that out. Hard times.
Life's not the same anymore.
Not the same when you don't get free tortillas. Because my wife, when I finally turned her on to Mexican food, dude, she would just plow through corn tortillas. Like she would just sit with butter and corn tortillas at the dinner table, like you do at the chip.
Yeah.
She'd just sit there at the front. And sometimes that's all she'd order. Like, like we were broke and couldn't buy a dinner.
Like, we're gonna eat all these chips and tortillas, and we're gonna run out.
And I feel bad because she's like, "Well, I'm not even gonna eat now." I'm like, "Well, we just ate all this. Like, I'd still get a meal because I can."
I still get the meal because I feel kind of rude, even though I'm already full from the chips and all that stuff. Hey, some of the Mexican restaurants that are really badass, they'll bring out like the hot bean dip.
That stuff's good.
Oh, dude, it's over.
Yeah,
it's
anybody,
over.
Yeah. If they've got that, that's because it's like, it's not. It's kind of refried beans, but not. It's like a dip. It's like a refried.
But they make like a dip.
Yeah, and it is so good.
Man,
and then you're really screwed because you got guacamole, queso, and bean dip. Literally can't eat when you're done.
Dude,
I don't know how anybody does it.
And then like if that's a lunch,
yeah,
the rest of the day is nothing matters because I'm not worth a damn.
No,
I'm full. I'm miserable, and we used to go every Sunday morning when me and my wife lived in our old house, like in South Austin. We used to go to Casa Garcia's on Sunday mornings to get there about 10:30 because that's when they changed the rule when they could start serving alcohol at 10:30 in the restaurants. Mm-hmm. So we started showing up at 10:30. And we did this probably for about 4 or 5 straight months until I finally learned my lesson. But it was like every Sunday we would go and I would just attack the chips and salsa and all this stuff. And then I wasn't worth a damn the rest of the day. And I was miserable and I was sleepy and I was so angry at myself. And then she'd hear me bitch about how stupid I am. Not her bitching about how stupid I am, me bitching about my own self.
But you can't help it.
But you can't help it. I mean, let's just be honest. So old man bitching. By the way, we're going to write the playbook on how you properly serve stupid gringos in a Mexican restaurant.
Gringo service.
Yes.
Gringo service. Gringo and gringo service.
Let's don't mess around. I came here to get the guac, the salsa, the chips, and if I can, I want the bean dip. I need that beer.
Yeah.
I need that Tres Dos Equis or Pacifico.
To go with it.
And I had a rule. I said, I'm not diving in until I get that beer.
Yeah.
And I was
it messes up the rotation.
Well, yes, it's
a whole
formula.
Everything there.
It's the formula and how the flavors are going to mix.
So then, if you don't have the beer, you're like kind of eating the chips, but you're always looking over your shoulder, like, "Where's my beer?"
Exactly. You're never comfortable.
Yeah.
I never get comfortable. I'm waiting, and so a lot of places are good. They get that beer there quick because they can tell. They can look at me and they go, "This guy means business. He wants that beer to go with his chips and salsa." They see me like not touching the chips and salsa, looking over my shoulder every 15 seconds, like, are they bringing the beer? And you're like. You're trying not to look obvious that you're frustrated, but you're kind of like doing the look like, you're putting your water over way away from you. Like, you don't need that.
Yeah, make sure there's no confusion.
No confusion. I need that beer. And then sometimes it might take too long, and I'm drooling. No, literally like salivating.
Waiting for him. Yeah, because it's sitting in front of me.
And then, of course, lately, since we've had the kids, I can see Brielle just attacking all the chips like she does. And I'm just like, oh, God.
You start sweating a little bit.
Oh, dude, no. It's real. It's real. It's real life. I mean, we could bring a camera crew out to us going to, dude, we ought to bring your kids and my kids, me and you. Dude, it's a big.
My kids, when they get in that stuff, I was joking. I was like, y'all eat like released prisoners or something. Like y'all have never had any, like the silverware gets left to the side, like, or they're just like eating like off the plate. And I'm like, what is wrong? Like, they know better.
Yeah.
Like, because I've seen them.
I know.
Hold forks and knives and cut things properly. But when they get in that mode, like you're talking about, it's like, and there's chips everywhere. Like it looks like a chipmunk came in.
I've seen them grab the same chip before.
Oh yeah.
And that chip was, it was demolished. Well, it didn't stand a chance.
So how do you do with double dipping?
No, well, it's not allowed
with the family even either.
No, but. If I can get my own, no, here's the rule. Double dipping's okay if it's your setup. Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I'll bite the chip,
Oh, yeah, because it's just you. Yeah.
But no, man, you can't do the double
when you got kids, I've had to make some compromises since I had kids.
No, my kids know. I said, we ain't.
I'll remind them, but there's times, and then I look at it, and I'm like, that's screw it.
My wife's good. My wife's good at watching the kids and getting on them, but we don't. No double dipping, man. Now, here's a double dip that I think is allowed, and I was going to ask you before I did it because I like to do this, but it's a different kind of double dip. I'll go in.
Get the salsa.
I'll get some salsa on there, get it primed,
you get it there.
And then I'm going to hit that guac. Now, I know it leaves a little residue in there.
No, I'm good with that. I'm okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, because I do the same thing sometimes with some queso or whatever else. Like, I like dipping getting the salsa if they got like
the queso
blanco. Yeah, go on the queso. Yeah. Because it goes good together. I never thought.
Well, I like them all. I like that with the guac.
Mix it all up.
I like to do it all, but
I'm gonna try that.
But I've done that kind of before when I'm around people, like if we're eating, and I see some people kind of give that beer.
Mean mug.
Yeah, kind of mean mugged in a way, and so I'm not quite sure if that's legit. Maybe
Well,
the listeners let
I
us
was
know.
going to say they should ping in and let us know.
Ping
like,
in and let us know. Is
it
that okay?
Is it okay to dip your chip in your salsa? And well, what about the other way around? See, that would be a little weird because if some of that falls in there.
Well, I would say I kind of have a rule. Like I start with the thinnest consistency, and then move to the thicker, because you don't want some of the thick dropping in there, but you can easily get the thin stuff like the
you can
sauce
scoop
off
it right back off the top.
I mean,
okay. So hey, how do you feel about that? It's a double dip, but it's
is it a double dip with different quantities of?
Is it a foul?
Is it more like a foul?
Is it a foul when you double dip that way, or is it more of like a hey, I could deal with it if you're like at a big dinner party?
Yeah,
because people have all that stuff at the table. That's another one is like just standing at the dinner party. They have the plates you're supposed to put stuff in.
Oh, dude, I'm
normally scooping while I'm eating. I'm eating while I'm doing the plate.
I'm the worst about that, and I know it's so tacky and it's ridiculous. Like I'll play some of these big events, and they have all that out there, and I can see everybody going by and they're putting a little sauce on the case. I'm like, man, how am I supposed to scoop the sauce off that plate? Because once it's on that plate, that shit it runs everywhere. And so I'll go over and I'm like, and I know that's frowned upon, but I'm not double dipping in there.
They do that at some of the nicer Mexican restaurants too, where it's like they bring out a little bowl of queso or a little bowl of something, and everybody's supposed to put it on some little plate.
I'm not putting it on the plate. I ain't doing it.
I'm not,
because that shit just flattens out and goes everywhere, man. We'll get into it. I mean, you want to get me down on me about that? I'm telling you, I ain't doing that shit. I ain't putting it all on little flat plates. I ain't doing it. Now, if you give me some little bowls, give me some little bowls.
Get a little bowl dip.
Like when you go to Guero's. They got the little bitty bowls. You can put this stuff in there, and I can scoop it. That's fine, man. That's legit. But you got to work with me because I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna sit there and scoop it all on a flat plate, and it just goes everywhere, and I can't get it hooked up on that chip right. And next thing you know, it's ridiculous, and it pisses me off.
We went to one of those like a fancier Mexican restaurant down in Austin not too long ago, and we ordered queso, because the kids are with us, and we're like, they bring out all these little plates and the quesos in the middle, and I'm like, just screw it. I was like, bring us like 3 more of these salsas and bring us 2 more quesos.
Bring us 2 more.
Like, I'm not doing this crap. Like, I'd rather just pay for more if that's what you need me to do. But I'm not gonna put it on a cup plate or a dish, whatever those things are, and eat it like that. I want to scoop it out like a man.
Yeah, I want to scoop.
Don't make me feel like I'm not a man by making me dip off the plate.
Not dipping off the plate. Hey, for all you plate dippers, go to hell. And I'm going to do the double dip.
Do the double
tactic right here.
Get it right there.
Look at that. Look at that right there.
So, what are your So, do you have any prerequisites for like when you look at a Mexican restaurant, their criteria, and you look at it and you say like, this is how I can tell it's going to be a good place?
Okay. First off,
these are some secrets we're going to tell you as Texans. So, if you're visiting somewhere or from somewhere, you know how to find these places, and if you live here, then you can agree or disagree.
Uninviting, and like you're not supposed to be there as a gringo, it's gonna be really good.
Yeah,
and even if it is kind of inviting and welcoming, and you walk in and the menu's in Spanish, it's gonna be really good.
Yep.
But that's hard. A lot of people aren't gonna do that. So
yeah, you got to get it uncomfortable. So some of the best places, I have a rule. I say a rule. I'll eat Mexican food when we'll go out. So I don't test everything, but I know when I walk in, I kind of like things like here's some things you can look around. And you're getting ready to have a really good Mexican dinner.
First off, let's just be honest. Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex, yeah.
I love Mexican food too. And
we're going to get yelled at. People be like, it's not California. We've been learning it. Arizona Mex.
But I would honestly, okay, great. Mexican food is awesome, of course. And you can eat Mexican food and still feel thin and healthy when you walk out of there.
Well, yeah, real Mexican food is not nearly as heavy as Mexican.
I'm not looking for that experience. I'm looking for the downright, I'm freaking miserable and I'm sweating later on when I go to bed at night. Type experience where like nothing's going to get done the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Now that's what I want.
Yeah. The only thing I may do is smoke a cigar.
Give it to me.
Yeah. So my criteria is this. These are the tells, right? When I walk in, is there soccer on TV?
Man, it's got to have some football.
Right. Does the beer look like it's been decorated? Does the bar look like it's been decorated by Cheech or Chong?
And Christmassy.
Yep, it's got extra decorations and lights on it, right? And
and
are you the only gringo in there?
Yes, it's gonna be freaking amazing.
And if it meets any of those criteria, you're on a good shade. If you find some place that checks all those boxes, you sit back and enjoy your meal because you're getting ready to have, and you're probably going to get a really fair price.
And you're going to get a very fair price.
You're going to get a very fair price.
So secret.
Yep.
Fort Worth. around the stockyards.
I hope you're getting ready to say where do you go?
Well, I mean, there's like 5, 10 places in there that are amazing.
Yep.
It's a matter of can I get in?
Yeah.
Because usually I'll go on Sunday after I wake up from the plane up there.
Yep.
And we try to hit. We've got like 4 places we'd like to go. Number 1 is always too full. Number 2 is always almost full. 3 is kind of always full.
You're probably talking about Joe T. Garcia's.
Oh, I can't get in there.
Yeah.
I love it, but I can't get in there. And there's another one that's a little bit north to the left of the stockyards. I can't ever get in. And then we go to this place called Los Paisanos.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's the one we can get in.
Yep.
And they don't speak English in there, and they're nice enough to us. But not only does it have soccer on if it's that time, but it also have like Catholic church on.
Yeah.
In the deal, and you're like, man,
that one's down the other way.
Yeah.
So
south
my
of the
spot,
stockyards.
I was going to say my spot's in Fort Worth too. Same thing, right outside of Cowtown. It's called Nueva Leon.
Oh yeah, yes.
And that one's good too.
That one is good. I forgot about that.
And you can pay like $8 for a plate of enchiladas, and
Man,
you get
walk in there, and everybody's eating what is it called, the muendo or whatever? Menudo.
Yeah.
I'm not doing menudo, but everybody's in there eating it.
It's good.
And,
I've had it there. It's good.
And I'm telling you, walk in looking like me and my guitar player Joe. That's what we'll do. Or we look like some gringos coming in with some Wranglers and cowboy hats, and they look at us weird, and we're hungover looking. But we in there get some amigos, and they bring the warmed up salsa. That's another trick.
Yep.
Do they bring the warmed up
with
salsa?
some pepper in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and if you're at and if you're looking for more of like an upscale, authentic Tex-Mex place, those are there too.
Yep.
But there's one deciding factor on those as well.
What's that?
Go get a margarita. Are they using fresh lime juice, squeezed lime juice, or are they using a mix?
A mix.
If they're using a mix, leave.
Yep.
Leave. The food's not going to be good.
That's my wife's tell.
Yes.
Now that she's kind of an expert down here. First thing she does is looks at what are they doing and making the margaritas with, because that's what she drinks.
And a lot of these awesome little joints we're talking about that are authentic, everybody speaks Spanish in like the stockyards and stuff. They're not really bars. They're more.
They've got a bar.
Breakfast and lunch and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're going to go for dinner somewhere and wherever you're at, and it's supposed to be a fancy Mexican restaurant, I'm telling you right now, if they're charging you for chips and they ain't using fresh squeezed lime juice for the margaritas,
You like Matt's here in Austin?
I love
Matt's is legit.
Yeah. We should be sponsored by that. I want to be sponsored. We didn't get sponsored.
We were supposed to go down to Matt's tonight.
Let's go, man.
We may still go down.
Let's go. You want to go tonight?
We may go tonight. Tam
I
had
got nothing to do.
reservations. Yeah, I'll find out.
Cinco de Mayo. We'll never get in there.
She had reservations.
She have them still?
I think so.
How many people? Can I go?
No, we can. Well, I mean, once you got some, you can always squeeze more. It's a lot easier to do that.
Dude, the margaritas are excellent there.
Yeah.
Now, that place fits the bill.
It's big, but it fits the bill.
Of like what I'm saying, like when you leave out of there, like the hour you're there, you're focused, you're in, you're devouring everything, and then when you walk out of there, I mean, you feel
it's
like
good. Food's good.
But you feel horrible when you leave because you're so full and overindulged.
Yeah. You gotta like.
Now it could be like my wife, who is like a normal human, who can like walk into a place and like be balanced and what do you call it? Like
most people.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Self-control.
I can't relate.
I can't relate. But she'll sit there and watch me go after this stuff and then leave and walk out of the park lot, and she just is like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, I can't relate to you. I don't know why I married you.
Yeah. I don't know. If I don't feel like I have to take a nap as soon as I leave, I feel like I failed at the restaurant. So.
Like almost to the point where like the next morning you're still not right.
Yeah. Like if you eat like a late lunch, you can't even eat again at dinner. Top full. Like you're.
Or if you do it at dinner, then it's
done. You're done.
I mean, you're gonna wake up horrible the next morning. But
I'm
always down though. Sign me up, Coach. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't want to make it sound like it's bad because it's all good. But so we spent a lot of time on Mexican food. Hopefully, everybody's enjoyed the education we gave you guys on Tex-Mex today.
Yeah, take a
but we got some other stuff going on. Like
do we?
Is
there other things in this?
Now, it's funny how when you put some chips and guacamole and salsa and a margarita in front of us, everything else just kind of fades away.
Nothing else matters.
Nothing else matters because you feel like you may have died and gone to heaven. But you've got a big day tomorrow.
Do I?
Yeah, tomorrow's... yeah, you did. But you got your next single's dropping tomorrow. Or your next song off the album is dropping tomorrow, right?
Which is the newest single, yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. And I might even remember that in the morning.
Tuesday the 6th.
Depends on how much more tequila we get after and chips and salsa, and if we go to Matt's El Rancho tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, the new single, Stone Cold Country Gold, comes out tomorrow, folks. May 6th, Stone Cold Country Gold. Not the album, but the title track from the album. And I knew that was going to be confusing because I'm confused. I talked to someone the other day and they're like, well, isn't that the name of the album? The album's coming up. I'm like, no. May 31st is the album. May 6th. And Lost in Time, which was released 3 weeks ago, is still getting traction. People are finding it. And so with all this traction going from that, I think I'm about to hit everybody tomorrow with the Stone Cold Country Gold. And hopefully the response is just as great.
Well, you got a video coming out too.
And there's another video coming out from 271 Creative House.
This one's
the
first video was really good. Serious
business. Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Beautiful landscapes and you. Yeah. Your handsome ass sitting out there with the guitar playing, looking GQ, Texas Q.
Is that what it is?
Is it called TQ? Texas Q.
There you go.
TQ.
I like that.
And then this one's a whole different side. Like it's like a fun.
Well, when I started working with 271, they were real adamant about wanting to like make things a little more fun and different for me, and like almost make me want to kind of like step out of my box a little bit. Mm-hmm. In which I like to have fun and party. Obviously, I love my chips and salsa, but for some reason, when it comes to my music and if I do a photo shoot or a video or something like that, it's always like me smile or not smiling really, and it's like serious.
Right.
But for some reason, when there's a camera on me, I can't let out the crazy smile and crazy funny and stuff. But they were real adamant about, let's do a video. We want to do a video that's kind of like a little different. Maybe it's a little silly. Maybe it's, fun.
Right.
And I think we found a mixture on this new video that comes out tomorrow for Stone Cold Country Gold that is kind of like me still being like 99% authentic, but like getting me a little bit out of my shell. And it's a fun, kind of silly video. Does that make sense?
I think it's definitely still you.
It's me 99.9%.
It's just a different version of what you normally put out.
I think the fans and the viewers will watch it and go and like kind of giggle and they'll be like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's so cool. I'll probably get more people that are just a little lighthearted about it, which is kind of what we were going for. So I can't wait for people to see it.
It's good.
Yeah.
There's a part of the video that's my favorite, but I'm not going to talk about it this week. I'll talk about it next week once it comes out. Because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. I don't want to be a spoiler alert.
I already know what it is.
You already know this? We'll see if you're right next week when I tell you.
No, I'm right.
So you got that. And you're playing Spoke tomorrow night.
Two-Stepping Tuesdays, baby.
Two-Stepping Tuesdays.
I'm making it happen.
And then what else you got this weekend? Anything good coming up?
Well, now the listeners are listening to me crunch margarita ice and chips and salsa. Here's what's going on the rest of my week. Hold on. I want to have another chip. I'm not going to do it. I don't have any gigs this weekend.
Oh, cool. You got some time off?
Yeah, a little time off. And it's been crazy because March, April, and all the way up till tomorrow has just been 100 mile an hour. Mm-hmm. So obviously I'm not going to just sit around here and rest.
Well, there's plenty to do.
No, hold on. I do have a gig. I have a gig Wednesday.
Where's that?
I'm doing a acoustic show with my friend Andrea Marie at Pootie's Hilltop.
Oh, I did see that. I saw that on when I was looking at Pootie's thing. I was like, wait, there's Weldon's name up there. Because I'm used to seeing Aaron and some of the other guys because they do songwriters nights up there and some of that stuff.
So I'm doing like a songwriter showcase thing Wednesday. So May 7th. From 7:30 to 9 with my friend Andrea Marie. She hosts a little deal there the first Wednesday of every month. And so I'm going to sit there and play all my new songs that if people show up,
That's
with
cool.
get acoustic version of the songs. And I love singing with my friend Andrea because she's one of those singers that just is always on pitch, which is like a thing for me.
Yeah.
Even though I don't sing perfect, I'm off pitch all the time, but I'm into that. Like, I don't care what kind of music it is. If you're on pitch and you're like able to belt it, I'm just like, yes.
Yeah.
So she's really good at that. She's got a good voice. So
Pootie's is a cool little spot.
And that's cool. We'll go in there and drink some good beers. And so I'm looking forward to that because it's something different for me. Mm-hmm. So come out and see me and Andrea on Wednesday.
That's out there by the lake.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to shoot straight from there out to my place in Llano. And I'm going to stay the night in the camper. And then I'm going to spend the whole next day catching up around the ranch.
Okay.
And then I'm getting up Friday morning and I'm hooking the camper up because it's out there right now.
Yeah.
And I'm taking it to this campground in Johnson City that we went to about a month ago. And it's real great. It's called River's Edge Campground. They have It's just beautiful. It's right on the Pedernales, and they have pool there and all these basketball courts, pickleball courts, and we're going to take the golf cart.
Take the kids.
And I'm going to be out there Friday, set everything up, and then my wife's going to pick up the kids from school. And I know this is already way too much info for everybody, and then she's going to come out there, and we're going to have all Mother's Day weekend out there.
Oh shit!
With the kids and the wife, and we're gonna.
Is that this weekend?
Yeah, coming up. You better get on the game. I done rented the campground and all this stuff. I'm on it.
I got stuff to do today.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's my week.
I've been gone this weekend. Messed me up.
Are you going anywhere this weekend? You're not.
We are. Yeah. Well, we're not going this. Well, part of the weekend, we're supposed to go up to Abilene, and hit
God
the.
help you.
What? It's a Western Heritage.
Yeah. I know.
Rodeo or whatever it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Classic. So we're gonna go up and hit that. So our buddies over at Double R are going up to do it, and we were out. I was out getting my straw the other day. One of my straws for the
I saw that.
And I always shout out to our guys at Double R Hat House over there.
That's what great. Well, Phoebe got one too, and Gio.
Gio got his. Phoebe had already had hers. She already got one, but she's eyeballing some other ones. But we grabbed Gio one as well. So Gio and I got new straws, and I love having those guys. You know, SB's, they've been on the show, on the Cowboy Experience show, but SB and Nate and Emilio are just, they're salt of the earth guys. They're cool as hell, and they're super talented at what they do. And so any chance we get to hang out with them or do something, we always try to jump on it. And they've got a deal going up there, and I think Hayden's going to be there. It's the rumor, so we'll get to see Hayden Redwine.
Redwine? Is he playing up there?
I don't know if he's playing. I think he's just going to be hanging out.
Is he from that area?
He's a West Texas guy.
Yeah.
So
he's really starting to take off. I heard some of his stuff.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's another guy that's just sweet as could be, you know.
Yeah.
Like we're having fun. We keep seeing everybody. Like we were at the church this weekend. Well, Kate sings in the.
She was singing.
She's singing, so we got to see her. But anyway, we're gonna head up to that. I think it's Friday and Saturday, and catch. They do some fun stuff. They've got a whole market that's going on, you know, with like all kind of Texas-made products. So it's like local stuff, anything from like saddles to clothing to.
When are y'all going up there?
When? I think we're going to roll up there Friday.
But you better be back for Sunday. It's Mother's Day.
I know. Well, I don't know. Tim may go with me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know how
well, I'm glad Abilene is kind of cool, because I lived up there for a year a long time ago, and it was not cool.
Well, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't know that it's that great. I just think this rodeo's
the rodeo's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I like anytime I can get up there for WhatsApp. But
hey, it's still Texas, so it's cooler than a lot of the places. You're not moving. Okay, good. You're coming back. Okay, yeah. I figured you'd be
back, but we're gonna go up and hang out with those guys for a little bit. It's such a fun day. Phoebe's even having a margarita.
I did.
While she's producing.
I mean, yeah, she is. I made her a margarita.
Little dance moves over there.
Yeah, it's Cinco de Mayo, and I don't care. And you know what? It's raining.
Yeah.
Which normally we talked about earlier, when we think of Cinco de Mayo, it's like pool party, margaritas, the sun's shining, everybody's wearing sunshades and sunscreen, and but it's like raining here in the hill country. And I'll be honest with you, I think that's more exciting because we need it.
We need the rain.
We need the rain. So
it's not as hot. It's great.
It's like 70 degrees. So come on, let it keep raining. I'll keep partying. Maybe it'll keep raining if we keep drinking tequila.
I know. So
well, whatever yours is.
Yeah, whatever this is. Hey, tell you what, it's not bad. Like I'm enjoying it, so I'm not going to complain.
Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. We need to get your buddy Pug Johnson on the show.
We called Pug. We're going to get him set up. He wants to do it. He was just this week and next week. I think he's out of town.
There's like a big. I'm trying to think how you describe it. The guy has a social media account that reviews albums, and he's made a name for himself in the country music world called Saving Country.
Yeah, I've seen it, Saving Country Music.
Yes, amazing. And man, and only reason I'm saying this is because today I saw it, and the guy had put Lost in Time up on the playlist.
Yeah. And
he has a Pug song on there too. And it just so happened to be that like I saw 3 other things in the last, I guess, 3 or 4 days on Pug's new album.
Mm-hmm. El Cabron. Which would have been great for today.
Yes. Which I was thinking that.
Yeah.
But so I was like, dang, man. So I went and listened to the album a little bit, and it's like really good.
He's got a song on his album you got to go listen to that's I would pull it for like a drinking anthem or something. It's called Buffalo Coin.
Yeah, okay. I did hear that a little bit.
It's a good song.
I'm going to go dig more on it. So I just listened to it like real quick.
Yeah.
Because everybody's raving about it. Yeah. So if you're listening, go check out Pug's new album.
Pug Johnson.
So,
yeah. You know. There's, like I said, there's a ton of new music coming out. I found like I can't pull it.
Let's get him on the show next week. See if you come on.
We'll see if we can get him on soon. We got there's some other new guys I came across this last week. I'll get you a list. The Texas Top 10's coming out today this afternoon. So
you went and saw your boy Corey.
They went down and saw him.
Oh, y'all went and saw him.
The team went down and saw him. Gio and Phoebe and then went down there. We were gonna go Oh,
Cross.
the girls all fell asleep. My wife and her sister were too
Yeah.
tired. They were like, I came out. We were going to leave in like, 30, 40 minutes to go meet Phoebe and them. And Tiffany was asleep on the couch.
Gotcha.
So I was like, all right, I guess we're not going.
Well, that's a haul for you anyway from Lago.
Yeah. It's always down there. But yeah, Aaron and Corey were playing, which I was hoping to go catch up with.
Aaron McDonald was there too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those are.
That was a good show. Sagebrush, wasn't it?
Yeah, Sagebrush,
Yep.
and they put some. Gio got some good photos for. I know he got a couple for Aaron for sure because I saw him, and I love watching those guys. Both those guys are good entertainers too. They put on good shows. They're good music, but they're both good.
We got to get Aaron on the show too.
Yeah,
I've known Aaron for a long time.
He's a sweet guy. He's a good. He'd probably hate me saying it that way, but he's just a good. He's a really him and Corey both are good people. Now next week, Corey and I have got to do that other podcast together for that other stuff. So I'll see him next week. Yeah, the recovery about Dallas. So
that's right. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
We're going to be doing that. So, there's good people.
I got a factoid for you.
Yep.
It's a Texas factoid.
Let's hear it.
You know that there are, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this. There's two, like, counties that hold the, like, bluebonnet capital of Texas. They're I guess, holders of the...
Most bluebonnets?
Or just bluebonnet capital of Texas. There's two counties that hold it. They're like co-capitals.
Okay.
County capitals.
What are they?
Burnett and Llano.
I was going to say Burnett, because Burnett has a bluebonnet festival.
But Llano, too.
Llano, too?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So they can have a little battle over it? Or?
I guess. And they're right there next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's, there's so many wildflowers and bluebonnets right in there. I guess they were like...
It's a light year for bluebonnets this year.
It was horrible.
Horrible. Yeah.
But last year
was
the
like
best I've seen in 10 years.
Well, I think it's like anything else. It's, it goes in waves. Last year was insane.
We had a lot of good rain at the right time last year. This year, we didn't have any of the rain when we were supposed to have it.
No. I mean, last year, I looked out my back window at one point in time, and there's this whole little area about, 50 yards off the house.
Like a dirt
and it was
devil
like a
flying around.
Field of...
Oh, last year was the bluebonnet.
Yeah, it was like, I even growing up here, I'd never seen that.
But this year, it's like a dirt mound.
Nothing good.
Hadn't been very good. But that's all right. Maybe next year.
Yeah, we'll look forward to it.
Because that's one thing I look forward to. Because like I said, I'm always in Llano County, and I'm driving from here to Llano.
Mm-hmm.
And, you get that 3 or 4 weeks where it's just like, wow.
Right, they're all over the place.
Like a painting the whole way.
The only thing you got to watch out for is people pulling over on the side of the road to do pictures.
Watch out for that. And just, as they hike through, like, knee-high wildflowers, and you're like, yeah, someone's going to get bit by a rattlesnake.
Yeah, there's lots of snakes in those things.
It's like snake season when that's happening.
Everybody's
like, let's take the little kids out in the field. He's like, all right, okay, you better be careful.
Good luck with that.
Is that, so I'm seeing that again where, like, people are taking pictures. But, remember back in the early 90s? Everybody was doing that, the pictures with the bluebonnets.
Yeah. I mean, I remember growing up, like,
dude,
there was always this spot by my house growing up where it was like a hill, and the bluebonnets would grow. Yeah. So every year people would stop and get their pictures. But it was a dumb spot. It was not like in the picture, it looks great. It was literally on the side of I-30.
Well, it was everywhere. So, like, when I grew up in north of Houston, there was 59 that would run north through there, and there would just be everybody on the side of the highways, which nowadays the cops would, give you a ticket.
Run them off, yeah.
But back then you'd just be people everywhere. And we took in 91 or 92, I can't remember, we took our family portrait on the side of Highway 59.
Yeah.
Well, these people were talking about.
Yeah, everybody did.
My sister was a professional photographer at the time. She just graduated from U of H with her degree in photography. So I guess this is 92. And we stopped on the side of interstate, or I guess not, back then it wasn't interstate, Highway 59, and took pictures on the side of the highway in a bluebonnet field. And it looks just like you think 1992 would look, man.
Yeah.
We still have it. We obviously replaced it some years later with another family portrait, but that one is in the attic somewhere.
Oh, another family.
I need to get it.
You said another family.
Oh, no, we're going to. We've got another family. We're like, this is so horrible.
That's great.
But I need
this family looks so much better in
so
bluebonnets.
I was helping my dad clean up the garage a couple years ago at his house, and I found that damn portrait of us in the bluebonnets from 92.
Yeah.
And I need to go re-find it because it's so, like, looking back now, it's so horrible. You know how they show, like, the old family portraits from the 80s and the early 90s? I need to find that again and put it up in the shop. Maybe I'll put it up in the shop somewhere. Conversation piece.
Yeah,
we'll put it right here for everybody to see. No, you're not going to want to see it. But it was
1992.
I'm like 10 years old and I'm wearing a suit because, back when I was that age, my mom made me wear a suit to church. And so when we did photos, I had to wear a suit. And course, I fought me tooth and nail the whole way for that.
So wait, what year were you born?
82, man. 82.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You're 82.
82. Man.
I was 92. I was graduating high school.
You're laying in the field of bluebonnets taking your senior picture. Come on,
I was passed out in the field of bluebonnets with a case of Keystone or something stupid.
Oh man,
but
Bush.
Yeah. Well, so we got all that going on. Got that coming up with. We'll get some more guests in the next couple weeks to get people.
But yes, now that my mind's off of chips and salsa and guacamole and margaritas, which when we get done with this podcast here soon, I'm going to make another margarita. But and I know it's early; it's still morning, but actually we're a little afternoon now. But everything's gonna be all right.
Lunchtime, we're good.
But everything will be all right. That's all right. The dog and the kids will find those chips later. They'll eat them.
Well, so you got that stuff coming up. We got the travel coming up on that. We got Mother's Day coming up. It's a big week.
So you got to figure out what you're gonna do for Mother's Day now.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm really fortunate. Tam is not a she doesn't like big stuff with her. She doesn't want to do so. She'll just want to go get something to eat. And not even like, the good thing with her is like on stuff like Mother's Day and Valentine's Day and stuff like that, she doesn't want to do it because she doesn't want to go out because there's so many people out. It's so obnoxious. So she'll normally just like, let's order, like on Valentine's Day, her tradition that it was an accident we created because it just happened a couple years in a row. We just ordered Thai food and we sit at the house.
Hey man, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, and that's it. And so now we have kids. Everybody does it, but when we were dating, that's even what we did. Like we just get Thai food, go back to the house, eat, watch a movie. And so she has no desire to, for Mother's Day and stuff like that, to go out and do anything big. She doesn't want presents. She doesn't want.
See, my wife says that shit.
She hates flowers. Like she gets pissed if anybody buys her flowers because she hates them. She likes flowers as far as like looking at them, but she thinks it's a waste because they die so fast when you get them.
Yeah, I got you. Well, that's smart. That's how I think about it. But I'll have to get some stuff for it. So I'll probably have to send my mom something for sure. And I'm not quite sure if my wife wanted to go camping for Mother's Day with the kids and the camper, but that's what's happening.
Yeah. Well, I guess
because I rarely get a whole weekend off. So when I do, I'll try to like actually do something.
See how she. Well, you can try to spice it up and do something fun from the kids down there.
Yeah. I'll make.
It's Mother's Day. I always go back to like it's she's a mother of your children, and your kids aren't big enough to do anything for her. So
they can draw some pictures or something. They can go pick her some wildflowers.
Yeah, that's
if there's any left.
That's the stuff my wife would rather somebody make her a card. Yeah. Than do that. So I mean, then the kids love doing that. Right? Most of the time, they love making stuff.
Instead of giving into the over-consuming capitalistic world of holidays.
Pay $14 for a stupid card and.
Oh, dude, have you seen Flowers?
Old man bitching, engaged.
Oh, it's not. Old man bitching segment is engaged.
Yeah.
Dude, so I think it was Valentine's Day. I was like, all right, I'm finally going to go. I'm going to go get some flowers. And I like to get them mainly because I like to get some for my wife, but I like to get them for the kids too. Because I have 2 daughters and that's, that's sweet. Jesus Lord, man.
I have a theory
like
on that.
$100, man, for like a thing of flowers. At HEB, the cheapest thing I could find was $50.
Oh. Yeah. And they're sitting a thing.
And all I could say was I'm in the wrong business.
Mm-hmm. Grow some flowers.
I know. Yeah. Oh, dude, I got some good old man bitching for the segment today.
Oh, go for it.
Dude, okay, so you got to tell me something. Am I an asshole?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
No.
And actually, that's another segment we could have is I'm an asshole because of this. But here's the deal, dude. I get so pissed, and this has been happening to me lately, and I don't mean for it to, but like when I go to like a restaurant, I'm not going to sit here and hypothetically talk about it. I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm just trying to stop by a place on the way back yesterday from Fort Worth because I need to eat real quick. I got my daughter. She's hungry. I usually can soldier through.
Right.
But she's hungry, so we're in Waco, and I'm trying to find a quick place to eat. And I like pull in the parking lot, and it's like there's nowhere to park. But the only places available are like obviously the handicap spots, which I'm not going to do that. That's off limits. That's off limits. But now the new thing is that like this parking's reserved for this. This is to go. I'm like, screw this, man. I'm paying money too. I just park in the to-go place. Am I an asshole?
No, I mean, I think it depends on the situation. Like some people say yes. I don't think it's an asshole.
I don't care. If you get mad, people get mad. I don't care.
You're an asshole if you do that. If there's other places to park,
yeah,
and you just do it because it's closest to the door, right? If you pull up and there's nowhere else to park,
well, the only place
they got a parking place right there, and especially if there's like 5 empty spots, so like odds are there's going to be 3 other spots if somebody pulls up to get a to-go order.
Yeah.
Then I'd say screw it.
So anyway, sometimes I'm trying to
get the kids.
That was yesterday, and I had Brielle with me. And I'm like, I'm just gonna park in the to-go, man. I'm spending money too.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you should be catering to me because I'm coming into your establishment, and I'm paying with cash because I didn't order it to go. So you're not gonna have to pay the 3% credit card fee, and you're gonna upsell me on the stupid muffin over here because I walked in and saw it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think that's an asshole move.
But okay, thank you.
No.
Well, I don't feel bad if it was, but like
parking in handicap
that's
spots.
just you can't. I'm not doing that's asshole move. I ain't doing the handicap spots.
Parking in the
now I will old man
in the veteran spot when you're not a veteran. That's asshole.
I will. Now I'll do some old man bitching though about sometimes you go to places like Home Depot and there's like 800 handicap spots.
Yeah.
And I don't park in them, but I'm like, damn, how many handicap people are going and loading up lumber and putting it in their truck?
No.
I know it's probably a code thing or something.
I guess there's probably a I know there's a mathematical equation there.
That's fine. The handicap doesn't bother me.
It does seem excessive at some
Sometimes
locations.
excessive, but like lately the new thing is like you pull in the parking lot and it's like, well, this is for expected mothers. This is for veterans. This is for employee of the month. This is for to go. I'm like, I just need to park. The only other spot is like way in the corner. I'm like,
give me a golf cart.
And I guess I'm a veteran. I could take the veteran thing. But I'm weird. Like, I don't want to take the veteran thing because I almost feel like it should be for disabled veterans, but I guess they can take the handicap spot. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I try to always park and think of like, be considerate of like people that can't, move around like I can. So I always I'll park further away than normal for most places.
Well, it's just fine. I'm just saying it seems like there'd be an abundance. There's like an abundance lately of like signs going up in front of all the spots.
Well, I mean, used to businesses, you pull up and there was like 2 handicap spots and maybe an employee of the month spot. And now it's like, to your point, like half the parking lot's handicapped.
I know we're exaggerating, folks, but it sometimes when you're trying to just roll in and get some food real quick, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway. And the parking lots are smaller because a lot of them have pushed towards drive-through or takeout. Because they don't want as many people in there. Maybe I don't know. So depends on what kind of restaurant.
I'll just sometimes when it's like situation, I'll just pull up in the to-go and I'll go in and eat my food and just like, well, I mean, is my money no good either? Mm. Anyway, y'all let me know. I'm a pretty nice person. I get along with everybody most of the time, but maybe I'm the jerk.
Let Weldon know if he's a jerk for parking in the to-go spot.
That brings me to some more old man bitching. So about once a year, I'll go into a fast food restaurant because it's just dire straits. Mm-hmm. And if I don't go once a year to a fast food place, it's either 2 or 0. So, and you'll go in and it's like they give priority to the drive-through. You ever seen that shit?
Oh yeah. They've got time. So I found out why.
Well, they have a time limit.
Yeah.
Which pissed me off, and I was like, well, I'm not going to your place either anymore. I said, I'm not lazy. I got out of my damn car to come in here, and then I'm watching them while I can't get my fast food for 15 minutes, and it's just like car. And I'm like, I went up to this lady. This was a couple years ago, and I was in a hurry. I just figured I like to just walk in. I don't want to be someone that sits in a car. Anyway, so I walk in, and finally they wouldn't give me my food, and I said, everybody else getting their food on the line, or can I get mine? And then she
said, go get in your car and go.
Well, she got pissed at me. I guess she was frustrated because he was busy.
Yeah.
And so I asked for my money back. I said, well, give me my money back. I said, I'm leaving. Old man bitching.
Old man bitching.
Hey, that's kind of old man bitching.
I did the same thing.
It's not like really
my older
bitching.
daughter gave me the insight, like, hey, they've got like
time.
KPIs they got to hit on how long they got to have people waiting and stuff. So I was like, oh, okay.
Sometimes I don't like.
I thought I was making it faster by going in.
Well, remember in the old days when we were kids, the drive-through sometimes was stand back. Remember, you'd be like, your mom or dad be like, no, we're just gonna go in real quick and grab it.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. I guess them days that's the old man bitching.
Old days.
Old days, man.
Old days. No more.
You got any old man bitching? Because I can keep this going. How much time we got left?
Bitch, I don't know how much time we got left, Phoebe.
However long you want, we're at 58 minutes.
So driving to Fort Worth.
I'm gonna see if you say what I think you're gonna say.
I know where we're going with this.
Where you go ahead.
But I'm gonna preface it for like 2 pages, like, to let you know that I'm really not an asshole. But like I have this thing, like, well, first off, I don't really speed. I'm one of those guys 70 mile an hour because I like to see how much fuel mileage I can get on the truck, because it gets good fuel mileage just like a game. And I don't like rushing. Saturday, I was in a hurry. We was up against the clock. I had to get up there to get checked in the hotel so we could get to the dirt track. And that dirt track race, it's only about the whole thing together by the time they do all the heats and the features in the main, it's like 2.5 hours. So if you get there 30 minutes late or something, you miss a lot of the stuff. So
yeah.
So I had that 3.0 turbo Duramax wound up, and I'd run it.
Yeah.
And like, and then when I'm doing 70, I don't get in the fast lane. You get me? I don't stay in the left lane, man.
Yeah, I understand. I knew what you were
And
going.
if I have to pass somebody, I try to like speed up a little bit and get over for all the people coming. The people that just sit in the left lane, I'm talking about. It makes me so mad that I don't get mad. I don't try to do the thing.
It's mind-boggling.
I'm not gonna,
It's
but
like,
I'm not gonna get up on them and
no.
flash lights and honk and start throwing fingers because
They still wouldn't move anyway.
because they ain't gonna move
They're
anyway,
not
and
gonna
that's
get out of
just
the
gonna
way.
make me more angry. And I've learned, and I don't road rage. I quit road raging 10 years ago because I realized that person doesn't know me, and
Yeah.
they didn't set out that trip to piss off Weldon Henson.
Yeah.
But and plus, if they're doing that, they're clueless anyway. You're not gonna help them. You're not gonna save their life. They're gonna be ignorant and stupid the rest of their life. They don't have no clue. Their ignorance is bliss. What do they say?
Yeah, ignorance is bliss.
So, but it is annoying.
Yeah.
Old man bitching.
Well, and it's so
Man, you run some people off the road, didn't you?
No, I love Fort Worth. Right, I grew up there, but I will say this: it's only when you're driving in and around
Fort
or
Worth.
to Fort Worth
Yes, Fort Worth's the worst.
that this is
I mean, it's everywhere, but
exponentially different and worse, right? Even when you get in town, if you're in Dallas, people drive fast, like they're different, but it's when you get forth, they just slow down, and they don't understand the left lane. And again, I'm from there, so I'm not, like I don't get it, but it's at a higher percentage.
It's higher percentage
going into and when you're in that town.
So they have,
and it makes me want to smash
it's
someone off the road because I'm like, I don't understand. And then like I'm in a big truck, like they could be in a little car. I don't have to be looking. I can see in my rearview mirror when someone hauls up on me for me to get out of the way. And unless I'm like, and if I don't, now normally if I'm in somebody's way and I didn't notice it for a second, I'll get over and I'll wave like,
exactly.
Hey, my bad, sorry. I'm ripping over as fast as I can to get out of the way. And to your point, these people just sit and they are posted up and they know you're there.
And they're posted. You're right. They're posted up and they're like, it ain't go around me.
Well, it's not my fault he's driving so fast. That's his problem. You know, and I'm looking down going, well, first off, the speed limit's 75. You're going 72.
Get out of the way.
And you're in the fast
lane.
Which
I got no problem with that.
Signs the whole way
that
there.
Say left for pass going. I know.
But,
it's talk about old man bitching.
So old man bitching.
And you know what? I don't do 75 normally. I'll do 70 because my truck gets really good fuel mileage in. I don't want to get in a hurry. But I'll speed up a little bit if I have to pass somebody and get back out of somebody's way.
I cruise a little over the speed limit like that in that range where you don't get pulled over.
Yeah.
And but I don't speed anymore because I'm like I haven't got tickets in years. I don't want them.
Yeah.
I've met plenty of police officers in my life. I have no desire
to meet anyone.
I like meeting them at church and the good places now. I don't need to meet them on the side of the road or anywhere else anymore.
Well, for the first time this year, I was glad there was no cops out Saturday from about 3:30 to 6:37, anywhere between Austin and Fort Worth, because
you were flying.
The time this whole year I was cooking, boy. We were getting after it, and I didn't see any cops, thankfully.
Again, I love Fort Worth people. I love
Hey, it was even worse. So like right when you get downtown and you start heading north, they have the express lanes.
In Fort Worth?
It's not like the express lanes here where it's one lane. There's two lanes there. Yeah. So I got on the express lane because I'm short on time, and I'm like I said, I'm getting after it. I didn't realize that truck can cook a little bit, and there was somebody still in the left lane of the express lane
going slow.
And I was like, oh man,
dude.
Dang.
So let me take this a step further. This is old man bitching.
It's just disappointing.
This is old man bitching 2.0.
Come on, preach it.
So it's the same. If you go into the grocery store, it's the same problem. There is a different speed going on in that town that people move at, and if you don't live there. So I lived there and never noticed I had a problem with it. Never had a problem with it as long as I was there. I moved to Dallas, came back, and I felt like someone had wound the clock slow. And I was like driving through and I'm like, what in the hell? Like in the grocery store, in the stores, on the road. And then I moved off for a long time, to Florida, where everybody drives like crap. It's a prerequisite. It's the worst driving state in all the states in the union.
Really?
It's awful. Like people drive terrible there. And so came back and I'm like, and then in Austin's, people move pretty good here, like around here. And even out inside, like we drove out to West Texas. I felt like I was going, so I looked at one point in time, I was going like 90 miles an hour. And I didn't realize it because I was trying to keep up with traffic and stay out of the way. And I'm like, I'm going 90. Yeah. And people are flying by me like it's going out of style. But then you hit that area, and it's like something weird. I don't know if they had like the police force was real strict at a certain point in time, and everybody got conditioned, or what. It's an interesting phenomenon.
I wonder if it's something in the water.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I love the town, man. It's one of my favorite places in the state. It's good people, you know.
Yeah.
But
the driving
but the
situation
driving
is horrible.
and the speed at which people operate is different. That's why I say it's bad. It's just different.
So
and it's frustrating to me.
So like I said, I try not to get frustrated anymore by it, and I don't get angry anymore because that's stupid, and but I just get disappointed. I'm just like, that's totally disappointing. But I think I can transition out of old man bitching.
Can you?
Because
where are we gonna go
we live in the Austin area.
Gratitude. Oh,
and I'm going to be honest with you, man. Here in Austin, obviously you got the jerks everywhere, but like, we got pretty good drivers here. And I know people are going to go like, oh man, no, it's not true. Look, I drive a shit ton all over the state of Texas. San Antonio, not so great. Houston, miserable. Dallas, Fort Worth, horrible.
Mm-hmm.
West Texas, friendly. They'll move over quick.
Yep.
East Texas, if you're out of the big cities, they'll move over quick.
Yeah, East Texas people are good as hell. I love East Texas.
But like for Austin being a major metropolis type area, I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
No, they do well.
And our police force is pretty cool too. It
may be that because there's so many people here from big cities. You know, a lot of people move to Austin from, West Coast, and then you've got
to like still live in a somewhat big city, but they don't like the big city.
They don't want the big city. So and there's a lot of people that moved here from Houston, and Dallas.
So I want to give credit to the Austin area drivers.
I want to know how many people moved to Austin from Dallas and Fort Worth because they couldn't take the slow driving anymore.
I don't know. Hey, I did see this today though, from the Penske rental truck place. They put out their like move to destinations. Austin moved down to number 9 in the nation.
That's good.
Yes, I'm like, that's great. Houston has retained the number 1 site for 4 years now, which good. Everybody, if you're listening to this and you want to move to Texas, move to Houston.
Move to H-Town.
Houston, awesome. H-Town is the most amazing place that was ever invented.
Weather's great.
Weather's phenomenal. There's not many mosquitoes.
No traffic.
Mosquitoes aren't that great.
No, bugs are good. Now the food's not that great.
Food's not great, but
food's really good out there. They do have good food.
And they have Astros, the baseball team, and but
I'm a Rangers guy. I grew up in North Texas.
Rockets lost last night.
So, good.
They're out, but anyway, so if you're moving to Texas.
Go Stars. Stars are still in it.
Houston's number 1. Go to Dallas. I think they're very inviting. So,
have you ever heard how they do the national anthem and up in like Arlington and Dallas because of the Stars?
The Stars is the hockey team.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know anything about hockey.
Every time they say the word Stars in the Star Spangled Banner,
which is
the whole crowd yells
cheer.
Stars real loud.
Really?
Yeah, it's badass. It really makes it even more powerful. Fun little North Texas factoid.
Okay, so we got to go to a Dallas Stars game to experience this.
They do it at the Ranger game. They don't care. It's like anything up there.
Really?
They'll belt it out. Yeah.
No joke. I need to go to that new Ranger stadium. I heard it's pretty good.
It's nice. I'll have to go and go some games.
So to close out episode 10, are we episode 10?
I don't know. It's episode Cinco.
Cinco de Mayo episode.
Cinco de Mayo.
Thank you, Austin drivers.
Cinco de Mayo in Spanish means. You know what it means?
It's the 5th of May.
Yeah, okay. Just make sure you knew that. It's Spanish.
Was it a trick?
I didn't know you knew Spanish.
Well, I know I can count to 5 in Spanish, and I can say cerveza and a few obscene words, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. That's about what I know, too.
Yeah, the stuff that matters.
The stuff that matters. The cuss words, cerveza, por favor, baños.
Yes. Well, yep.
So, all right.
Tequila.
Sorry, I interrupted you with my...
No, I was going to say thank you, Austin. The drivers are great here. Thank you for everyone that's moving to Houston. I think that's phenomenal. Everybody should move to Houston. But we probably could stand for maybe a couple 100,000 Austin people area to move to Houston, too.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yep. I think they should give them some free places to stay.
If you're thinking about moving to Dripping Springs, I'm telling you right now, Houston is 40,000 times better. We should, with all the taxes we pay out here, and I'm being serious, we should have incentives for people to move out of here, actually. We should, pay you to not move here.
You get out to Houston, where it's, God's country.
Yeah, we will help you get your loan down payment or something.
Yep.
Like no interest, like interest-free loan,
Move
like to
on
get your down
there.
payment. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're out in the weeds now, but
That's all right.
and-
Fort Worth, we love you. We're just picking at
we're
you. a little bit about
joking.
your
We're
driving.
joking. It's all right. You know, that's the salsa and the margaritas have gotten to our
Yeah,
head.
my non-alcoholic margarita's gone.
You're getting.
I get a little lippy when I
You
drink.
do seem wild today. He seems wild, folks. I'm telling you this.
I get a little lippy when I start drinking my fake margaritas.
Yes.
Well,
Hey, Broken Spoke tomorrow.
Yep.
Brand new single, Stone Cold Country Gold, the title track. Man, this is gonna be amazing. Pootie's on Wednesday with my friend Andrea Marie.
Don't forget the videos.
Oh, and the videos come out tomorrow too.
You got two. It's same song. If you want to watch it or listen to it, or watch it and listen to it,
Dose events.
You can do it all.
Yes.
You can stream it and watch it. And
try to
both.
do it, dudes. You see if you can sync it up
on all your main streaming platforms and YouTube.
It's going to be really cool. I can't wait to see what the feedback is, because the feedback for the first single is just still amazing. Like, I had 3 reviews yesterday that someone hit me up late at night. 3 different people that were writing stuff about it. But anyway,
it's good.
We're doing that. So, rock and roll denim. Look at this shirt. This is a beaut.
Yep. Panhandle Slim. I took you
I'm
off.
excited.
Right over there. I'm going to put it back on.
Panhandle Slim. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, if you like this, please give it a subscribe, a like, and a share. We appreciate you guys tuning in.
Comment. Let us know.
We want lots of comments about today. We gave you ample opportunities to comment today on
Our
chips, salsa, guaguacamole, Mexican techniques,
old man bitching,
margaritas, old man bitching, driving,
is
towns pitted against each other.
Is Weldon a jerk?
Well, yeah, as Weldon a jerk. You know,
are the signs in the parking lots getting ridiculous with the amount of this and that and that and this?
If we can't get some this and that and
Well, it's time for another margarita, folks.
Right.
Eric Sims.
We'll see you next
Cowboy
time.
Experience. New stuff coming out. New single tomorrow for me. And we're going to sign off. Texas Music Lifestyle Podcast, episode 10.
We out. Adios.